Welcome to Synapse Wines and our Wine of the Month video. Today we're going to be talking about our 2008 Estate Grenache. Grenache is one of our newer varietals. In fact, this is our first release of a Grenache. Grenache was one of the wines that we grafted into the vineyard in 2007 to complement our existing Syrah. We also grafted some Mourvedre and some Viognier, other Rhone varietals. Right now the Grenache sits on top of Block 2 and seems to be doing quite well up there. You just gotta love those big monstrous clusters. One day I will blend the Grenache with the Syrah, Mourvedre, and perhaps even some Viognier, but initially we had very small yields. In 2007, as I mentioned, we had a tiny amount. 2008, we had about 1.3 tons, which was decent, but we had to use some of that to make our Grenache Rosé, which you may remember from the tasting room. What was left of the rest of it wasn't really enough, and also because it was just so yummy. It had a great standalone factor, so I decided to just bottle it on its own. So let me tell you a little bit about the making of this Grenache. As with all our wines, the grapes were hand harvested. They came in at about 28, 29 bricks, which is a bit higher than I would have liked, but that's what Grenache does. It tends to load up on sugars. The color development was really good. The grapes were fermented in open-air macro bins using a strain of yeast that was isolated from Grenache vineyards in France. The wine was pressed slightly before dryness and transferred to barrels to complete its fermentation. Grenache has a tendency to oxidize easily, and I wanted to get it in barrels as soon as feasible. From there, the wine barrel aged for about 24 months in a combination of neutral and new American oak. We bottled it in September 2010 and released it this past February. We only produced 56 cases, which is an ultra small lot even for a micro winery like Synapse. But enough talking about the wine. Let's actually get to the wine. Let's get to the good stuff. I'm really excited about this Grenache. It's got a lot of great characteristics, and I think it's a good transition wine for spring. It's a little bit lighter than some of the heavier reds you might drink. The wine has lots of great Grenache varietal characteristics. Very fruity. Cherry, strawberry in the nose, with a hint of spice in there too. It's bright, it's fresh. This wine has a little bit more alcohol than some of our others, which is typical of Grenache because of all those sugars, but it has enough tannins to balance it out and overall make a well-balanced, rounded wine. Pepper. Because of all those fruit aromas, it almost smells sweet, although it isn't. It's only 0.06% residual sugar, so technically it's a dry wine. This is a well-balanced, medium-bodied wine. Because of that, it could go with a variety of different foods. I particularly would think of it with barbecue chicken or something off of the grill, but again, that's thinking towards springtime. It could go with just about anything that you thought of. I would particularly enjoy this wine with barbecue chicken, although I will leave you to decide what you want to pair the wine with. So that's about it for our Wine of the Month, the 2008 Grenache. Hope you enjoy it.